Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett, and my hands is The Walking Dead Deluxe number 109. The Walking Dead Deluxe is a colorized version of The Walking Dead, a reprint for the most part. It includes notes from Robert Kirkman in the back, as well as something called Small Bites, some little mini comics by Derek Hunter. So this issue, the previous issue, we found out that Rick is making some moves to go take on Negan. He needs a force, he needs to build an army, so he and Jesus are starting to go recruit, and things are going a little choppy, to be honest. Things, some go well, some go bad. It's an interesting kind of mix of results, and, it kind of ends on a little bit of a ding-ding-ding sort of ending. It's a good issue. I think there's some aspects to it that are really, really solid. In the beginning, Maggie meets a person from Hilltop as Maggie is mourning still, and the person kind of talks about how Hilltop has dealt with death, and gives kind of an interesting perspective on like death in general in this world. And it's actually like a really touching moment and really interesting one. And also kind of start getting the seeds. You get a little bit kind of hinted that people are looking towards Maggie and to shake things up. It's an intriguing moment. Kind of so is the seeds for what's to come. But beyond that, like it's an issue with just a lot of characters recruiting and trying to get some help and building some forces. And some of the interactions I think are really interesting, and some of the reactions I think are really interesting. And overall, like it's a good issue. Like it's one that I think doesn't stand out tons on its own beyond the beginning. I think the beginning, as I'm showing it off, is really, really solid. But it's one that's really good as part of the puzzle. It's one that's a solid issue that's part of the story arc. I think what's actually kind of really cool, as I said, that the comics include notes from Robert Kirkman in the back, and in this one he admits like he didn't know how to end the issue. He gave a couple different scenarios of how he was going to end it, and we can obviously see the one he went with, but he gives a little bit of a process of him writing and passing it along, and this particular issue, I think it's actually a really, really interesting aspect of it. The Small Bites, which I haven't talked about tons in my reviews by Derek Hunter, this one's getting interesting, so it generally kind of spoofs to what's going on, but it's interesting in that this comic's almost kind of starting to blend in the original pitch from Robert Kirkman when he said aliens show up at the end of the first issue to try to get the series picked up. Obviously, that's not what happened, but we're seeing some like aliens thrown in there, and there's, I think, a little bit of a wink and nod towards the original pitch of it all. But overall, like it's a good issue. As I said, it doesn't really stand on its own, but as a piece of the puzzle, as part of the big picture, I think it's actually really solid. As it's got some key moments and building momentum for what's to come. So overall, if you've been reading the series, it's a solid read. If you've never read the series, I think this has always been a great way to go about it. And it's just been fun to kind of go back and reread and rediscover the series and all the small details, a lot of which I don't remember. So you can go get this. This is in shops. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code to tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so you do get a small percentage, and by doing that, you help support our site. So thank you. And speaking of support, just watch our video support us as always, so thank you for that. If you are into comics, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Facebook, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.